When a British vintage glassblower came to me, her work apron still bore faint stains of glass melt. In the small leather box she held, a green chalcedony was wrapped in a faded linen cloth. It was a raw stone her grandmother had specially kept back when she blew forest green glass. This green is just like the fur-patterned glass my grandmother loved most. She always said good glass has to follow the will of the flame. Rush it and it'll crack. She brushed her fingertips gently over the chalcedony, the pads of her fingers still bearing thick calluses from holding the blowpipe. Today's jewelry is too smooth. It lacks that unrefined charm of glass with ice-like cracks when it cools. When shaping the wax mold, I deliberately copied an old piece by her grandmother that she'd brought, a fur-patterned glass cup. The rim of the cup had naturally curled into delicate arcs as it cooled. So I shaped the ring's leaf setting with several soft curls too, leaving faint marks along the leaf edges like the ice cracks on glass, as if it were a piece of glass just taken out of the flame, still warm. Instead of neat lines for the leaf veins, I used a fine needle to carve spiral patterns like those made during glass blowing, extending along the natural texture of the green chalcedony, making the gemstone and gold leaf seem to solidify from the same block of molten glass. Several small blue diamonds were set casually, some next to the curled leaf edges, like glowing spots of ice cracks forming as glass cools, some in the middle of the leaf, like the metallic sheen on the end of her grandmother's blowpipe. Others pressed against the green chalcedony, like tiny splatters of blue glass that accidentally got on it when she edged glass pieces. After lost wax casting, the gold setting wasn't polished to a mirror finish. Instead, I gently sanded it with fine sandpaper to create a subtle grainy texture like cooled glass. It felt slightly cool like metal, yet radiated the warmth of residual flame and under light. It glowed softly like the sunset shining through a fur-patterned glass cup. When the green chalcedony was set in the center of the glass leaf, the gold setting was made extremely loose, allowing the gemstone to sway gently as she held the blowpipe and adjusted the flame. Just like bubbles in glass, slowly rising and falling in the flame. On the day she came to pick it up, she put the ring on the middle finger of her right hand, the one she used to hold the blowpipe, whose joint still bore faint scars from being burned by glass years ago. Her grandmother's fur-patterned glass cup sat on an iron shelf in her studio. Sunlight filtered through the cup's walls, casting green shadows on the back of her hand. She stretched out her hand toward the blowpipe. The curls of the gold leaf overlapped with the curve of the glass cup's rim, and the glow of the blue diamonds merged with the shine of the glass's ice cracks. Grandma always said, "Glass is alive because someone remembers how it looked in the flame." She looked down at the ring, brushing her fingertip lightly against the blowpipe. Now this ring is the soul of that fur cup. When I melt glass and blow patterns, it'll stay close to my hand, just like how Grandma used to stand beside me and help hold the blowpipe, continuing to live.